What's up, guys?
Hello, everybody.
Live from the bunker.
Also known as
our office, but still. And I really love the fact that Joan came up with quarantinis. We are drinking some quarantinis.
Quarantinis. Cheers, friends.
Cheers, because I know you're all sitting around drinking too, because you ain't got nothing to do.
Ooh, that is good.
I'm telling you, that is good coffee.
That is some good.
That is some good quarantinis. So, welcome to episode 20 of Coffee with Joe. I know.
Look at us, we're nailing it.
I know. I would say nobody's throwing us off the air, but they don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all right.
And for all you people sitting around, I see we got a lot of people here because nobody's going to work right now, so everyone's sitting at home watching this.
That's all right. I'm glad that people are tuning in because now I feel like we have people we can talk to.
We do have people we can talk to, so
because we've been talking to ourselves.
Yeah, you saw some of the pictures I put up. Like we're kind of going nuts, a little nuts, but it's all right. We're fine. Because I mean, the thing is, our home life hasn't changed that much because we both work from home and Joan homeschools Jack, so nothing really changed as far as that. But the ability to get out of the house is drastically changed. Yeah. So we were going to make this episode. We were gonna interview the dentist Kenny Wilstead and his wife, but that'll probably get pushed back because I want to do it in person. But maybe we'll who knows how long this is going to go, so we might have to just Zoom or however we're gonna figure out how to do that. Yeah, but
that's okay though.
Yeah. So
I'm kind of liking the Zoom calls though; they're kind of fun.
I am too. I ended up getting a Zoom subscription because I've been interviewing a ton of people to join our firm. Yeah. Right. And now I'm almost like, maybe I could just keep this on Zoom, right? Because if I have to drive all the way down to the office to interview them and then wait and then they show up, so maybe I'll just stick with the Zoom thing until they're definitely a fit. I don't know. Maybe
that'll be like your, because a lot of people do the multi-interview thing, so maybe that can be like...
shit, I don't care. So...
Why?
Because as long as they're good, we don't need a multi-interview, maybe 2 max. So,
Hi, Ted!
So, I posted a video yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, I don't know, that, the real estate market is shifting. Obviously, people are seeing that we're starting to enter a recession. How long that's going to be, we don't know. The real estate market is shifting, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think that's actually a good time for people to buy and sell right now because you've got interest rates that are still crazy low and you've got sellers that are motivated. So it's still a good time to sell. And, it depends on how agents are going to adjust, right? So, and in any industry, right? If you're self-employed, how are you going to adjust to come out of this market shift and be better and be ready to, take on the new challenges that come on when the market shifts again? I've been through this, but the last time I was in this, I was a new agent. And so now I can say, hey, I've been in this 10 years and I've been experienced. I was in it, in 2010 when the market was garbage and then the market went great. And then you see, everybody becomes an agent. Yeah. Right. And now if the market starts to trend downward a little bit, you're going to see a lot of agents jump out. And that's great for the people that know what they're doing and are willing to stick it out. Yeah. Right. So it also depends. I talked about this and Gary Keller talked about this. There's 2 important things. One, if you have a seller, if you're thinking of selling your house and you say, I can't sell because, the market sucks. The market's going down. And he said, well, who cares about the market? And they say, what do you mean? And he goes, well, you have a set number in your mind that you need to sell your house, right? And they said, yes. He goes, well, if you don't get that number, don't sell. And I thought that was really, really smart.
Well, it makes sense.
It does make sense. And then the other thing was, if you're concerned about the market going down a little bit and you're shifting, if you're moving up in home, if your home value has dropped 10%, let's say on a $300,000 house, you're going to lose 10%, which is $30,000. But when you buy that $400,000 house, you pay 10% less, so that you pay $40,000 less. Yeah. So you actually ended up coming out ahead. Yeah. So, I don't think that the market's going to be bad for long. I think we're actually going to be in a decent market. We're more stable than the stock market for sure right now. And I think the real estate industry is a good place to put your money.
You think too, because we're in Texas? That's
probably because everyone's moving here. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
We ain't got no COVID here. We do have COVID.
We do, all right. But that's why we're drinking quarantinis.
That's the best thing to do.
What's funny is that you look at, obviously, your business in the real estate world, and I have to look at mine in like the photography world and the young living world, and so it's interesting. It's interesting from I guess a creative, more I wouldn't say like a luxury thing or like a luxury. I don't know. I guess the photography world is sort of luxurious. Why are you looking at me like that?
Just waiting on bated breath. Your hair's a hot mess right now.
I know. Because I had it in a bun, and then I was trying to, it's okay.
Yeah.
No, I like it. But it's interesting from this side because, a lot of people aren't going to be trying to spend. Well, I don't know though. It's tough. It's kind of tough to.
It depends.
To gauge.
If you're in a recession-proof industry, then you'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, I think what's interesting is a lot of this is going to turn a lot of people off from doing this kind of business. But I think a big thing, this is kind of what I talked about in my Monday motivation that was done on Tuesday because of things that happened on Sunday night. No, it wasn't lazy. No, it's one of those things where like, okay, well, am I going to die on the vine type thing? Like, am I going to stick with what I've got?
You have to just,
you got to learn. And that my topic was on continue learning and try to gain, try to gain more skills. Either take the time now, because we're all like...
I told you to do FaceTime photo shoots. People can hold up their picture and then you're going to screenshot it.
I can do a really good job at that, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
That's the next.
But here's the thing, though, because business. It is FaceTime, 10% off.
Yeah.
That's the way you do it.
That's the deal.
See?
You got to give it up here. But I think it's one of those things where you kind of either take the time now, because we're all kind of forced to change. Mm-hmm. We're forced to change.
Whether you like it or not. Yeah.
So some people are going to sit and kind of wallow in it and be like, oh, I don't have a job, I can't do this. And again, not saying that it sucks, because it does. It all sucks. But I think one of the most freeing things for us is the fact that you are capable. There's so much opportunity to learn new things.
Yep.
Either get yourself to a point in your skill set to where when you do get your job back, or when it's time to get your job back, to where you're completely irreplaceable.
Right.
Make yourself valuable to either the company that you work for, or you make yourself valuable in your own company.
Well, it's funny you say that too about learning a new skill. I've got, like, my broker and I, Robert, we have a ton of people that are reaching out to us now saying, hey, this sucks, I want a side hustle right now. Or, just even take this time. If you're not, like, forced to go into the office, which nobody is right now for the most part, take some time and just learn a new skill. Download a book.
Yeah.
Learn something. Make use of your time.
Yeah.
Right?
Either make use of your time. Make use of your time if you're concerned. I think this is it. If you're concerned with not being able to make an income, or you feel like you're stuck, or if you feel like, oh, I'm so busy. Well, either take this time to learn something new, brush up on the skills that, like, for example, me as a photographer, I can brush up on my skills, get really, really good at different lighting techniques, at different, social media techniques, all kinds of stuff like that. Whoa.
Some random number FaceTiming me. That's going to be a decline.
It's interesting.
It's pretty strange. Olga, I cannot learn anything more.
Yes, you can. You can learn how to. You can learn how to cook, or you need to sell those. What is it? What was she doing? The limoncello.
Limoncello.
Yeah. See, you can just sell it.
You have no memory. Yeah, but you've got a lot out there.
You have a lot. Everybody has a lot to offer. But as a photographer, I can take this time to hone my skills, or learn different techniques. Or are you taking a picture?
No, I'm just trying to figure out who the hell this was. How do I get a random FaceTime? That's bizarre.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. Do I know this person?
Maybe.
Oh, I do.
Were you scheduled for something?
No. Oh, maybe. That was Robin.
Maybe you can FaceTime and put her right here.
Yeah, we could do that. I'll have to do it next time. I don't have the number saved for some reason.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can take this time to learn the skills, brush up on skills, or you could just take the time to chill out.
Mm-hmm.
Chill out. A lot of people are always stressed out about how much work they have to do anyways, but this is kind of like...
mandatory vacation.
Vacation, but you don't need it. I mean, obviously, if you have kids or whatever, you've got to take some time to homeschool, but take the time to just chill out. Take the time to actually get some rest. Take the time to, like, do a 10-minute yoga thing. Or
make a podcast.
Make a podcast. Come chat with us.
Come chat with us.
But I think that there are different ways you can I don't know, enhance yourself.
All right, moving on.
Okay.
So we talked about the potential for a recession coming up, and I would like to thank my dog very much for choosing Sunday night to get sick and go to the emergency vet. So a little bit of background. February of last year, our dog decided... and he's a Doberman, and he's laying outside our door. Just...
because he wants to be with us.
Just to annoy me so I can see him. So last year, he went out in our dog run, which is all artificial turf, and he decided to eat the grass there, which got caught in his intestines and had to be rushed for emergency surgery. But luckily, that was just at our standard vet, and our vet's really inexpensive, and it was like $720 for surgery, which is really cheap. So, now, like a couple weeks ago, I caught him eating some of the grass outside. Again, the fake grass, and I try to limit him from being out there too much, unless we're watching him. So... we
don't know why, by the way.
Yeah, I do.
We think it's
allergies, and then he thinks it's
the
grass.
Exact same time.
He's not the smartest dog, but he thinks it's grass, so he eats
cute.
it. He's cute, but he's not smart. So, Sunday at 1 o'clock, I see him, and he's laying down, and he's, like, panting.
Yeah.
He like walks up panting, and I was like, what are you doing? It's like 60 degrees outside. Why are you panting? And then he's laying down on his bed, and he's like, you see his rib cage rising and falling. He's breathing really fast. And I was like, it's weird. Maybe, I was like, did you eat something again? And he wouldn't eat. That was the first thing I saw that. So then I'm letting him outside, and he's got bathroom problems and everything, and he throws up, and I was like, oh, well, all right, you probably did eat something, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, I was like, last time that he had surgery, the vet told us afterwards, they're like, if we waited a couple hours, it would have passed. I'm like, don't tell me that, because now I'm mad that I had to spend that money. So this time, I'm like, okay, it's probably the same thing. Let's give it a little bit of time, see if he passes something. And then we're watching him at like 9 o'clock at night, and we're like, this doesn't look good.
He's shivering.
That's right, he was shivering.
He was doing that like rapid breathing type thing, and it was concerning for me because I was looking. I was like, that looks a little too familiar. So maybe we should.
I was like, are you serious though? Like on a Sunday night, it can't be Monday when a normal vet's open. So we ended up rushing him to the emergency vet, and the guy comes in and he goes, all right, so here's the things we need to do. We need to do a blood panel. We need to do a thing for his pancreatitis, a test for that, and we need to do x-rays. And I was like, look, can you just do x-rays? Because I almost guarantee that moron dog ate more artificial turf. I just almost guarantee. And he's like, well, if I do that, and then I'm still going to want to test for pancreatitis, just in case. And then if I have to do surgery, I'm going to want the panels anyways. So... we have to do all three right now. So the initial thing is $804. I'm like, God, our vet cost $720 for the whole thing last time. So $804 bucks. I was like, just sign. And I drive home, drop her off, and go back. And then they call me into the vet's room, and they're like, okay, so there's nothing in his intestines. There's nothing in his stomach. His heart and lungs look good. I was like, oh, okay. And so what turned out is somehow he had like an infection, a systemic infection, which like went, I don't know if it was a full blood infection, whatever the hell it was, but he had some sort of infection.
It was an infection in his whole body.
Yeah, it was like an infection in his whole body. So they said, okay, he's got a fever of 104.6 And a dog is supposed to be between 100 and 102 is what he told me. So it was 104.6. And he said, look, we've got to get the temperature down.
Yeah.
So we have two options. One, we can give him an IV and some antibiotics and put a fan on him and get his thing down, keep him overnight, and that's going to be another $800. I was like, He goes, or option number 2. And I go, is that I can just take him home and give him antibiotics myself? And he's like, yeah, you can do that. I was like, let's do that. So then he's like, okay, I'll write up the thing, and he has me sign a thing, and now the total has gone up from 804 to like 1,093. But I was like, okay, this is better. I'll take that, 1,093. He's like, okay, I'll be right back. Then he comes back in and he goes, oh, his temperature's up to 105 point something. I really recommend we keep him overnight. Or basically, in the nice way of saying is, your dog's gonna die. I'm like, really? Are you serious? He's gonna die? Fine. Okay, I'm not gonna take him home and have him die on the floor, right? So they keep him overnight. I sign the thing. $2,093 later, we've got a dog. But I'm okay with it. And the reason I'm okay with it is because it wasn't him eating grass, and he didn't cause this. He couldn't help it. So I was okay about that. Mm-hmm. I feel better about it. I was pretty pissed off if it was him eating the grass again. I was like, no good deed goes unpunished with this dog.
Yeah.
So he really did his part to know that the economy is starting to go into more of a recession. So he's like, you know what? Let's cost you $2,000 right now. I was like,
maybe
you know what? Thanks, dog.
Maybe he was a little bit worried.
He was a little bit worried
about the recession.
He was stressed. He was eating grass because he's stressed.
He was stressed out. He was stress eating.
Don't poor pup me, Carrie. That dog. God. At least though, this was.
I don't know. I don't know. He's pretty easy for the most part.
I know. What was going through my mind?
Very, very easy.
He's a good dog. But what was going through my mind is like, please don't tell me this is like a $7,000 or $8,000 surgery. Like, don't make me be the one to have to make that choice, because I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll pay $2,000. I'm going to bitch and moan about it the whole time, right?
You will.
I will, and I still am on my podcast. But if it was $7,000 or $8,000, that might have to be a choice I don't want to have to make. So at least that was good. Yeah. He's on antibiotics. We got to give him some in a second, but shoving that down his throat, he'll be fine, ladies and gentlemen.
He's actually really good about taking them.
Yeah.
And I wish I knew a little bit more about what had caused it. That's just like,
no, we don't know.
That's strange.
We don't know. I know, just so it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
It probably will. It probably will. Probably next February. Stay tuned. Stay tuned to episode number 55, and we'll see.
Yeah, but it threw off my Monday.
Yeah, I
was like really out of it
because I got home at like midnight and left him there, and then of course I slept like crap, right? Because they tell you, hey, if there's a problem, we'll call you.
Yeah.
Right. So I can make sure my phone was not on silent, and I slept. And then I went through and I turned off all my notifications, or so I thought, right? I went through each app because I didn't want something to get missed.
Yeah. And
then I just kind of said, screw it, should be fine. And the one app that goes off at 3 a.m. was Meetup. Like someone started a Meetup or something at 3 a.m. and that woke me up, scared the hell out of me. And then the vet called at 7:30, right? And they're like, hey, it was with the emergency animal hospital. I was like, yes. They're calling about Dexter. Is he dead or what happened? Oh, he's ready for pickup. They're calling me at 7:20.
Well, they were going to tell you in the morning, and it was the morning.
True.
Usually we're up by that time.
It's fine, but I was like out of it that whole day. I was like, this sucks. So, but anyways, so that kind of really, and it threw us off kind of financially in a way, but in segueing in, I really am concerned about like service workers right now.
Yeah.
People that cannot work from home.
Yeah.
Right? Or their businesses can't survive with people not coming in. So, I really hope that, people are able to help out and, any way we can. If you know of anybody that's a service worker that we can help. Yeah. I don't know how, but I'd love to talk to them and see if there's anything we can do for them.
Yeah.
Because
maybe we can brainstorm some ideas.
Yeah.
I'm good at brainstorming. I feel like
she's actually very good at that.
I feel like I can come up with a lot of really good ideas for other people.
So this is a really good time to, just for our country to come together and really try to help these people. And can I just say that one of the funniest things I heard this week was Jared Leto. Like, did any of you out there hear about Jared Leto, the actor?
Yeah.
So, Jared Leto was on a 12-day meditation retreat out in the desert. And he came back and had no clue about coronavirus. He came back and is like, what happened?
Which is totally crazy, because 12 days, like within 12 days.
Like people were talking about it, but if you were kind of out at not paying
Yeah.
attention, which could easily happen, and then all of a sudden everyone's locked down and all the restaurants are closed.
Yeah.
Like you must think, like you probably thinking those mushrooms you took out there probably are like still in them or something.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
But-
that would be a pretty weird trip after tripping for
You still
12 days.
tripping and tripping. And
That's a lot going on
and then
in your brain.
So with the
I'm just imagining when he got back. Like,
he just shows up and he's like, "Where is everyone?
Yeah.
Where is everyone?
Why is it so quiet?
Yeah.
Oh,
at least all my vegan items are still in the store."
Actually, did LA traffic?
Yeah, you saw that
Get
picture?
crazy?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. This
Is
picture
it
of the
like
405 is
are
empty.
people actually getting to the
No, it's
to their
empty.
destinations?
It's freaking empty.
Huh.
The 405 is empty.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I know. So there is a silver lining in this.
What's crazy too is I think my aunt posted a picture of the Vegas Strip,
Oh, that's probably.
and
weird.
that's kind of like the same thing too, where it was like, well, because a lot of the lights were off too.
Oh, really?
I think there were like some of the just.
Oh, I guess that they're like nobody's coming in, wiping
Yeah,
the electric
wiping the
bill.
electric
Yeah,
bill.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, one of the things that I found out yesterday is they're saying that, I like how I'm laughing about it, that this coronavirus, if you're an A blood type, you're like more than doubly likely to get infected by this.
That's crazy.
So what's this guy? Hey, negative. And if you're an O blood
Funny that
type,
you're negative too.
of course. And if you're an O blood type, you're less likely to get infected. What's this one? O positive.
Because I am legend.
Yeah, you're like that. So I was like, oh my god. Like,
But Jack too.
yeah, Jack said A positive.
A positive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he got your A.
he got my.
He got my positive.
That's right. So, you know, we both, but especially me, have had like a major attitude shift about this whole coronavirus thing.
Yeah.
And as the news came in, like I try to be informed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a news junkie, but I try to be informed. And you know, they
More
were
than
coming
me.
out saying that you know this thing really affects elderly people.
Yeah.
And by elderly, which is weird, it's like 60 and up,
Yeah,
right?
so our
So my parents, and like I don't see them as elderly, but you know, it's affecting them. And so you think, all right, and they're saying, you know, people in their 30s, there's like it just feels like a cold.
Yeah.
So my attitude was, I'm just gonna wash my hands and I'm not gonna worry about it.
Live
and
my
if I
life.
live my life, and if I
Go
get
out.
sick,
Yeah.
if I get sick, big deal, right? That was my attitude towards it. And I was like, it's not even that big of a deal. Just make sure you're not coughing or touching. But if I get it, no big deal. I hope nobody, you know, gets my parents sick.
Yeah.
And then I started looking at this thing and realizing, seeing how quickly it spread. And there's a website. I'm going to pull it up right here in the most unprofessional way. But it's called ARCGIS. Yeah, ARCGIS.com. And then you can search, and they have like a COVID-19 sickness map, right? And you can search every place in the world. I don't know if you can see that, but you can search every single country, and you can search and you can look at like their infection rate, the mortality rate, and whatever. And it's like doubling every day. It's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole thing, it really clicked for me, is like, and this reminds me similar to how it was after 9/11.
Yeah.
Like everybody like kind of freaking out, but willing to help each other, which is cool. But as a country, if we all come together and just say, look, for these 15 days, this is going to suck, but if we can all just hunker down, stop being stupid, stay in our houses, not go anywhere, then there's a good chance that we can beat this thing early, right?
Yeah.
Now,
So it doesn't have to be an extended period of time.
And then I'm seeing like idiots on spring break down in Mexico on their yachts, you know, like, or 250 kids on a party boat. And I didn't even think about this until recently. But okay, so they're talking about that most people that have this virus aren't even showing signs, but you can be a carrier, right? And plus, you don't even show symptoms until at least 2 days, but sometimes up to 2 weeks after you've been infected. But meanwhile, you're still shedding virus at the whole time.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, what if I'm just hanging around people? I get it. I don't realize it. I give it to my parents, and now I've like killed them, right? So that's a big problem that I see out there. And then the other thing was hospitals are getting filled up with people that have coronavirus or think they have that, and they triage it. And then the problem is that the people that are not with coronavirus, but they have other issues, like maybe they had a stroke or they have other stuff, they lower down on the totem pole, and then people are dying because they're not able to be seen. Yeah. So the hospitals are clogging up. So, I mean, this is going to be a huge problem economically, probably more than anything. Yeah. But it's like, okay, we as a country need to come together and just say, you know what, no, we're not going to be defiant and just go out there and be like, no one's going to stop me. I'm like, it's not about you. It's about that herd mentality. Get everyone to just hunker down, right? And then once it's under control, then we can go about our lives. But I think the longer we delay and we just say, well, no, I'm not going to, we're
going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Well, we will be okay, but we have to think about the people who like the medical facilities,
oh my God,
right?
Those medical staff?
Like, we don't know if we're infected.
I do.
We don't.
I have not been tested,
but we don't know. We don't know that because we don't have symptoms.
I mean, how many times though do you kind of cough and you're like, what was that?
Yeah. There was a sneeze. Oh gosh,
I know.
Am I a little bit hot? I ran up the stairs
right, and what sucks too is we're still in the middle of flu and allergy season.
Yes, exactly.
Right? So
especially here.
So Jack sneezed the other day, and I was like, that little bastard has corona. I'm like, get away from me.
Yeah. So I think it's more. It's not necessarily like us getting it, but if, like, let's say we do get it, or let's say we do have it. Yeah. Well, I want to pass it on to somebody who could potentially actually
go see old people and go to them.
Yeah, just be like, I don't want to be like a carrier.
Right, and they just
and
announced today.
And if I am a carrier, then I can do my part and just hang out here. Wait till it passes. Mm-hmm. Keep my system.
You can actually Netflix and actually chill.
But if I keep my system like as clean as possible, I can help more people, right? I can help more people. I can help them not get infected.
Well, they announced today,
that's in my...
out of France and Italy, that, the Millennials, which is the largest age group demographic in the world, right? Millennials.
Yeah.
We're
Millennials.
Technically, we're Millennials. It bothers me. But the Millennials, since they were kind of defiant at the beginning, saying, it's just for old people, they kind of had my attitude. I guess I'm a millennial. But they had that attitude. They went out, and now they're disproportionately infected. And because there's so many of them infected, you're starting to see people in their 30s be in ICU. They're having really bad complications with this over in Italy and France. So I was like, all right, we've really got to figure this out, right? That way it's not devastating to us as a country.
Yeah. Well, I think that goes back to what I was talking about with the continuously learning thing. So there's always new information coming out. There's always new... Like, we first had the mindset of, it should be fine. We're going to be cool. Like, let's not panic. And I'm not advocating panic. We shouldn't be panicking whatsoever. But I think we should be taking precautions, right? We can do what we can. We don't have to, like, freak out, go buy, like, 90 packages of toilet paper, which I still don't understand. But we can do our part.
I just go in the bathtub.
That would be last case. Like, I mean, that would be effective.
It would be.
But I think that again, we continuously learn new things about it, and I just get my news from you anyway. So, well, you like reading about that stuff, and I can hear it better when you tell me about it. So I just learn from you. Anyways, I think that the more we learn about it, there's new things that that we discover. Right? There's new things, so we have to handle it a different way. You have to have a different attitude about it. You can't just be like stubborn and say, "Oh no, it's not going to affect me." It's the same. That's the same type of mentality that, like, we can go back to something simple as someone who's texting and driving. That won't happen to me. Or someone who's drunk driving. It's the same mentality. Oh, that won't happen to me. That couldn't happen to me. It's not me. It's that exact same thing.
Yeah, I think this is worse actually.
It's the same mentality, just a different degree of intensity, I guess. Yeah. So it's the same thing.
We're finding ourselves having to adjust in the real estate industry that the way we present it to our buyers is like, hey, look, if you're freaked out by this, that's fine. We're going to do an online meeting to meet you. Yeah. We're going to send you paperwork online to sign, digitally. You're going to email me the homes that you want to go see. I'm going to go look at them, and I'm going to FaceTime with you and go through them the whole time. Then after that, we're going to have an inspector come out, and they're going to email you your inspection documents. After that, and by the way, while you're wiring funds over, you can do that electronically.
Yeah.
Right? And then, you can get all the way through it, and we can even have a mobile notary show up at their house with documents for them to sign, right? And then I can come deliver the keys to them.
Yeah. There's a lot of different ways.
So, seriously, you can buy a house without leaving your house, right? So, we have ways, and so, in a way, like, being a good real estate agent, we're almost recession-proof, right? Because real estate always keeps moving, right? Like, what was it Gary Keller said? In 2011, which is, like, our worst real estate year in recent memory, there's still 4.3 million homes sold that year, right?
People still need homes.
We find ways to work, right? And someone reached out to... I think Kevin Cannon, who's our team leader, and said that an agent reached out to him from San Francisco and says that they're on 24-hour-a-day lockdown, and they still got an offer on one of their properties.
That's awesome.
Right? So, the market's still moving. And so, as agents, we're finding ways to adjust. And I think other industries are going to find new ways to adjust. And I think that this is going to be the... I don't know the word I'm looking for, but basically the thing that kicks it off, that companies realize, hey, most of our workers actually can work from home.
Yeah.
Right? This is going to really push the digital revolution even more.
Yeah.
That, hey, we can do Skype interviews, right? You don't have to come in. Why do we have brick and mortars when we can just work from home?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a big change. I think there's going to be just changes that occur for the good out of this. People realize what can happen.
I think it sucks right now for a good handful of people.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
I've
already talked to one of my recruits. She's already out of a job right now. She's like, well, now I have time to work on getting my license. I was like, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Even though the state testing thing for licensing is down.
That's okay, but it takes time to learn.
She's already done.
Oh, okay. Well.
But still.
Well, I guess too. For a lot of people, it's going to be very tough. A very very tough thing. But like you said earlier, if we can hunker down for these couple weeks, and I think too, not to get like crazy political, I think they're implementing things that are going to be helping us along the way, hopefully. But if that's the case, that's going to be incredibly helpful for a lot of the people who don't have an income right now, or I don't know. I think for lack of better words or creativity and what?
I don't know if you're
a quote from one of my favorite movies, Life Finds a Way.
Yeah.
Life finds a way. But it sucks right now. It sucks for a lot of people who are, especially like, I know people in the wedding industry.
Oh, they're having a hard time.
Having a really hard time.
The travel industry.
The travel industry for sure.
Awful. I do hear though that there's going to be some relief for people that own homes. That there's going to be forbearances, which is like if you have a mortgage, right? This hasn't happened yet, but if you have a mortgage and you can't afford to pay it right now because the economy is going to be crap for a little while, they will allow you to skip a certain amount of months. You have to get into an agreement with them, but you skip a certain amount of months, and then they will tack on those months to the end of your mortgage, right? So basically,
very helpful.
Yeah, because it keeps you from getting foreclosed on.
Well, and it helps the other. It helps the
bank doesn't want a house. They don't want your stupid house.
Many houses or homes that.
So they will just delay it. They probably tack on some interest. I don't know, but you know what? If I was going to do that, I would definitely do that to keep me from losing my house.
Yeah.
So there's going to be all kinds of programs, but we really need to change or continue because we're already on our way to adapt a charitable mentality in America. We've got to help people to our left and to our right, right?
And I think a majority of people, at least that we know,
I think it's out
have
there.
That mentality.
That's what I mean. It feels like it's after 9/11 where people are willing to help each other.
Yeah.
Right? And so if you need help...
And it's nice to see, actually. It's really nice to see after,
If you need help, too, send us a message. We'll put something out. Just be like, hey, maybe this person needs help. Who can help them? We have a pretty big network. Yeah. And we're always looking to help each other, right? Because we know the favor will get returned to somebody else later down the road.
Yeah.
Right? So let's help each other. If you need food, I don't know, whatever you need toilet paper, don't come here.
I can go because I'm O positive.
Yeah, don't can go kind of stuff. If something else we can do is we can offer to people that are older, hey, do you need us to go get you food and bring it back?
Yeah.
Can we do something for you?
We've got a couple people in our neighborhood who are doing that, so that's actually quite.
And something else we were talking about is So what can you do in your house, right? So
because we're all quarantined.
We're all quarantined.
Taking quarantinis.
So we're taking our quarantinis. We're talking about, learning new skills, but also like today we went and just cleaned out the garage, right? Just make use of the time. But with the child. If you have stuff though, like Joan's found a bunch of stuff that she was going to just sell at one point.
Yeah.
But I was like, why don't you just sell it, but sell it like way cheaper, right? So, I mean, you're not trying to make a bunch of money, but like if you have something that's fairly valuable, sell it way cheap. Maybe somebody that would make their day, just brighten their spirits a little bit, help them out. What was the other thing? Oh,
just donating stuff too.
Like, there's a lot clean out your house, donate. Yeah, leave stuff to help people out. Make sure
it helps you clean up the clutter.
Make sure it's Corona free. And just some of the stuff too is take this time with your kids and make it like a little staycation if you can. Like today, like we did the garage, and then we had a little Nerf gun war, and then we also went up to the media room and laid out a bunch of blankets and pillows and just watched a movie. Just like I don't know. Jack had a great time. Yeah. I did too because he was like a little bit more. He could move around more without being so invasive. Yeah. So, I mean, we can find ways, and I know people are losing their minds, but think about this. You have Disney Plus, you have Netflix, you have all this stuff, right? You have books, you have Audible, you have YouTube. You shouldn't really be that bored.
No, and I think a lot of the times, too, people get stir crazy inside inside the house.
Go for a walk around the block.
Well, the hard part is if the weather's kind of
crappy. The weather has been pretty bad.
It hasn't... It keeps saying that it's going to rain and have like crazy thunderstorms, so we plan our stuff inside, and we're like, it hasn't even freaking rained yet. But anyways, there's a lot of things you can do, especially with all the schools shutting down. I know a lot of schools have the the e.
Oh, you can do e-learning and stuff like that.
I think a lot of people have
Actually, that's something else you can reach out to us too, especially her, is if you're trying to figure out what the hell to do with your kid. Now,
I've got a lot of.
Now she's pretty new with this, right? You've been homeschooling for a year, but she's done a lot of research. If you're just like kind of lost, she can give you some ideas
and places to kind of like go within.
But use this as a bonding experience too with your kids, right? Yeah. Let them learn what you do.
Yeah, I think the big part too is they're like, oh gosh, I don't know if I can teach school. Don't teach school.
No, teach life.
Take this time, like especially if they're older. Jack's a little bit younger on this side, but he knows how to make money. Mm-hmm. He knows, he knows how to do chores, and he knows that chores equate money. Mm-hmm. If they're older, you can teach them how to balance a checkbook.
Why did you say it like that?
Because people don't really balance checkbooks at this point. I think they've got like all the card stuff, so they can figure out how to, how much
create a budget.
How to create a budget, how to cook. A lot of people like to cook.
Yeah, I mean, how to fix stuff around the house.
They have to be in the house anyways.
I mean, seriously, what a great time to teach your kid how to change the oil.
Change the oil. Also, too, they can help clean out their... you've wanted to clean out their game room or their room.
Right. Like toys. Use this as such a good opportunity to stay at home, right?
Yeah. Help them, pick out toys that they can donate to some kids that don't have toys.
Right.
Or, I'm sure they've got old clothes that you probably they don't use anymore. Right. So they can take that time. Just drop a bag off at Goodwill. Mm-hmm. They'll take anything. They'll take a lot.
If they're open, but yeah.
Yeah, but you could just drop it off or leave it on the side and just say, hey, this is the stuff that we're going to donate. We don't need this anymore. Let's just keep it aside. It's a great way to teach them without teaching. Mm-hmm. You don't have to teach, and you can have them clean for you.
Yep.
Without you doing it.
Right. Kind of off topic, but I would recommend to try to not go crazy on how you're eating, even though you're stuck at home. Try to not just load yourself up with bad food.
With sugar, especially.
Sugar and just bad carbs and just a bunch of stuff like that, because you're going to pay the price for it, and you're going to lower your immune system and not be ready for this thing, right? Don't seriously, and then you're also going to get depressed because you're inflamed.
Yeah.
So try to eat the best you can. We found that adding another week of carnivore to this thing has actually been not too bad. I've actually found that week 5 of carnivore has been the easiest now, because I haven't been I gotta get there. Now it's my choice to stay on it, and it's not hard, right? Mm-hmm. Just a bunch of eggs and bacon and steak and burgers and fish and stuff like that. it's been easy, and I still feel my body composition continuing to change for the better.
It has, and your skin's looking better.
Hear that, ladies?
One thing I do want to point out, though, like along with the try not to eat as terrible, because a lot of the times if you're just sitting there, you want to just like
I do. I mean,
chips.
I do.
And stuff,
I want to.
and I am guilty of that stuff, but I'm not anymore, or not for the past 5 weeks because we haven't had that. But another thing to try to consider is try to get rid of a lot of the things that you know to be toxic in your house. That's a huge thing. Like
okay, that's actually a great point you brought up, because right now everyone's freaking out and they're like, okay, bleach.
Yeah, bleach, Lysol, all that kind of stuff. The problem with it is you're getting, and the hand sanitizer.
If you're in a hospital, yes.
Yes.
Fair enough.
But like with the hand sanitizer, yes, wash your hands, do all kinds of stuff. But if you're inside your house, if you're like constantly hand sanitizing, you're getting rid of, remember, because they're antibacterial, right?
Yeah, it kills everything.
It kills everything.
No, it doesn't. It kills 99.99%.
That's right. Yeah. So, but you're stripping...
What about the top 0.1%?
But you're stripping away a lot of the stuff that's going to be helping you defend against any kind of like terrible invader. So that's a huge part.
Right.
So don't overuse it. But now is the time, especially since you're going to be home, is to kind of check out the things that are going to be toxic to your body, like candles, plug-ins,
dryer sheets.
The dryer sheets are terrible. Take a look at your laundry detergent. All that stuff, all those things that are actually like not helping your immune system. They're actually taking away from your immune system, because those chemicals are reacting with your body, and your body is so focused on trying to make sure that it's defending against that it's going to be less focused on the things that are actually going to be hurting your body.
Right. Would you, I'm just volunteering you, I didn't even talk to Joan about this, so I'm sure she's going to be thrilled about this. Put in the comments if you'd be interested in Joan doing a live video on how to make your own elderberry syrup.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I could do a live video on that.
Just a live video, because that stuff, it tastes good. It tastes good with sparkling water. Yeah. It looks like Coke.
Oh my gosh. It tastes like a mock teeny. We're talking about our quarantinis right now. So no, it actually tastes pretty good with sparkling water.
No, but that stuff's like really great for binding to flu virus and cold virus. So we're hoping that maybe that would work with that. We don't know, but
I don't know.
It can't hurt.
It can't hurt. No.
So do everything you can. Yeah. Boost your immune system, like we said last week.
Yeah.
Stay the hell away from anybody. Give it 15 days. Well, in the meantime, help each other. If some people are struggling, like let's say you're doing okay financially, and you see somebody that's really struggling, help them out.
Yeah.
Don't make it alone. Just help them out a little bit.
Yeah.
It'll get returned to you in karma.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And our Venmo account, by the way.
Yeah. I think that, but yeah, you want to try to help yourself out as much as possible. Try to help your body. Try to help your family. And then you can thrive later.
That's right.
Yeah. I think that a lot of the times, because we're so stuck, like we'll get stuck we're stuck in here and we're like, oh gosh, we can't go out.
Like our office?
We're stuck with our kids. We're stuck with we're stuck with each other for a while, and we don't know how to interact with each other. Luckily, we have kind of figured out our system.
You are saying that, but you could see us on episode 23 that we're like,
oh my God.
right? But for now,
but hey, we've lived this lifestyle since episode 1, so
true. But
minus the fact that we go.
I'm the one that's fine with not going out.
Because you get to go out.
No, I don't get to now. I'm type A.
No, but I'm saying, but you get to go. You go to an office. You get to go that way, right?
Yeah, right. Well, not now.
So not now.
I'm not.
But no. Like again, take care of yourself in the ways that you can. Again, get rid of the toxic stuff. A big thing that we figured out, get rid of the stuff that you might be allergic to. That's
finger.
right, sorry.
Like
but I'm
this.
pointing at you.
No, it's like this. I did not have coronavirus with that lady.
Oh my goodness. If you know you're allergic to something, try to avoid it. Like food allergies. I don't know how many people know about their food allergies, but we've talked about food allergies before. which is nice because now we can step outside because it is allergy season.
Yeah.
And step outside and not sneeze because of allergies.
I know. I've maybe in the past 3 days I've sneezed twice.
Oh my gosh, please! I can't say this enough. Go get your allergies checked because there's actually I do know that she's still open.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Advanced Allergy Therapeutics is what you want to Google. If you're in the DFW area, reach out to us and we'll give you a referral.
Yes, but she's amazing, first of all.
But anyways, just that whole technology is going to change your friggin' world.
Yes.
Like I said, we did a whole episode on it. I was skeptical as hell.
We were still slightly skeptical.
I've been skeptical the whole way until, like, I can eat spicy foods now and my stomach doesn't feel terrible.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, this is really good.
Yeah.
So this is something you need to look into. So the whole theory of if you have a little bucket and that's your body,
your allergy
and
bucket.
you start, well, just your body, and you start filling it up with like allergens, right? And it starts filling up, right? Then once something else overflows the top to what your body can handle, then you have a problem.
Yeah.
So let's say you're almost at the top, and all of a sudden, a little cold virus hits you. Boom, dead, right?
Yeah.
Or not dead, but you feel like crap.
Dramatic.
Yeah. Well, you know what though?
Kaylee.
You definitely don't want to get a cold now.
Yeah.
If you get the cold, just a cold, people are gonna freak out like, oh, get away from me. It's just a cold. Yeah, right, Corona, get away from me. Right? So the funny thing is, we're boosting the crap out of our vitamin D, and I feel good. Like,
yeah,
because I'm not getting any sun either right around this time.
Yeah.
I mean. Purge.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So get those checked, those allergies checked.
Because you got to check yourself
before you wreck yourself. But yeah, get those allergies checked. Try to get rid of all the. He's peacing out. Try to get rid of those, like any toxins in your home. Easy. It's easy. You could do it with one thing.
Use your smarts.
Your cleaner. Cleaner is probably the easiest thing to get rid of. Or those candles. The candles are for.
That's weird.
Those give me headaches.
After you get, we used to buy them, right?
Yeah.
But after you get rid of all that stuff, after a while, then you smell and you're like, oh my god, that's really strong.
And it hurts your nostril. Like, it feels like it's burning right there. But anyways.
I digress.
Remove the toxins.
Boost your immune system.
Boost your immune system with
and
whatever.
Stay the hell away from anyone. That's basically it.
Just hang out for it's just 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. If
out
everyone
of your
does
lifetime.
It. But if only some people do it, then we're going to be stuck in here for months. So everyone's...
Years.
Yes.
But I am legend.
It was funny. As I said to my friend, I was like, I finally get to play Xbox or PlayStation again. And I was playing, and I was like 10 minutes in, I was like, this isn't even fun anymore. Which makes me mad. So, get rid of the stuff that hurts your immune system. Boost your immune system with good stuff. Vitamin D, vitamin C, elderberry, zinc, and maybe electrolytes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And stay the hell away from everybody, but be charitable online. See how you can help people. Maybe you can send them money. Maybe you can order food for them. Maybe you can ask old people. You're distracted. What is there, like a cat in here?
No, it was a fly.
Yeah. Maybe you can ask
live through everything.
older people if you can deliver food for them.
Yeah.
Find out ways, but we all have to rally together as a country.
Yeah.
To get through this, and we will. Right? Like, if you tell me 10 years from now, will our stock market recover? Absolutely, it definitely will. It came back after 9/11. It always will come back. Every 10 years, we're due for a cycle. So we just got to hunker down.
I'm actually 125 years old, so I know these things. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. So, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. I think that, but I think a lot of people are being...
Ningxia.
Yes, and Ningxia. Yeah, that helps your immune system.
How much Ningxia do we have in our fridge, babe?
I've got two packets.
In the fridge? Do you hide this from me?
Oh, no, it's in the kit that I got.
Oh, is that tube thing that's in there?
Huh? The tube thing?
It looks like toothpaste. In our pantry?
No.
I don't know what that is. I'll point that out to you.
That's it. The tube thing. Well, right. I don't know.
Remember, the Vitamin D Council of America, which is weird that they have a council, recommends that you take 1,000 IUs of vitamin D for every 25 pounds of body weight.
Yeah. Okay, so you do the math.
So, if you're 250 pounds, take 10,000. You're not
pretty sure I take
pounds,
that anyway.
Right? If you're 100 pounds, take 4,000. figure out. And if you're around this time of sickness, boost it more. So I'm taking about 8,000 to 10,000 just to make sure every day. Every day.
I take my elderberry syrup with thieves, all that stuff. Yeah.
Sorry,
I like it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, exactly right. Alexa's just over it right now.
No, the elderberry, I give it to it. Again, we put it into our sparkling water mix because it's quite tasty.
It is quite tasty.
Yeah.
Are you ready to go to the grocery store tomorrow, babe?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
That's another thing I did see though.
Spray my nostrils with.
Supply chains are back. Supply chains are so good.
So I read that. I actually read that a couple days ago. That the only reason why it looks like bear is because everybody was just like going all at once.
Was a moron.
But then everybody thought like, oh my gosh, we're all gonna die because there's these empty shelves.
I just don't get that though. If you really think that you're gonna die and starve to death, buy canned food.
Canned foods, not like the perishable vegetables.
Or
right?
toilet paper.
I don't know. I think somebody started that one as a joke. Yeah. The more I even think about
it,
I feel like
one person panicked.
Yeah.
And then the next person goes, well, I don't want them to get all of it. I need some. And then it snowballed, right?
Oh goodness, it was just.
And then you're like some people that we've heard of that have bought newspaper and are using it.
Hey, you know what? You make it work, right?
You know what? I would just go buy a hotel room for the night. I rent a hotel room for the night and use their toilet paper. And then the extra rolls, that should be coming home with me.
You know what? Okay, so, the cloth diapering, all the cloth diapers, remember? The spray?
We still have a sprayer.
Yeah, we have the sprayer. They were prepared.
Why am I looking to buy a Japanese toilet seat? I have a sprayer.
You just have a sprayer.
I can spray super cold water at 1,000 pounds per square inch on my butt. That's what we need to do.
See, the diaper sprayer.
You know
we
what?
Were all prepared
we
for
talk
this
about
beforehand.
charity. Some of you rich people that are watching this, do you want to send me a Toto toilet seat? That's like $1,000 that'll talk to me in Japanese and be warm, and that's what I need.
Warm and fuzzies.
I don't need fuzzy. I just need warm and clean.
Well, I think a lot of people that I've seen, at least on Facebook, there's a lot of what you said, almost the 9/11 mentality where everybody's trying to help everybody, which is really nice to see.
It is great to see.
Because it's just really nice to see.
Pleased that this is not Ebola.
Oh.
Right,
but I'm glad. But that's what I mean. I'm glad. So I was telling this to somebody else that I'm glad that with this is how they're taking measures, because if there was something like Ebola,
you're bleeding out your butt.
I'd want it to be that extent.
I'll tell you right now, though, if this was Ebola, because everyone, for the most part, when they first heard about this, they're like, "Oh, this is just a cold." If people thought that this was Ebola, it would be mass panic. I'd have my guns on me all the time.
Yeah.
We'd be heading for our ranch that we're buying in Wyoming.
Yeah.
I'd actually be up in Canada in the middle of the woods up there. No.
Oh man. Oh well, we talked about this last week, but when we started listening more about the coronavirus, we definitely watched Outbreak on Netflix. It's a good movie.
It's not that accurate, but it's pretty good. And read Hot Zone. That's an amazing book.
Hot Zone.
If you're a germaphobe, you definitely need to watch Hot Zone or read Hot Zone.
It is a very well done book.
Yeah, because it's a true story.
Yeah,
great stuff.
It's a very well done book. But,
cool.
So yeah, please let us know if
you know of anyone.
You know of anybody that would need any help. Because
Yep.
we do want to help, and I think like you said earlier, I think it's important for all of us to kind of come together and just help out as many people as possible. Especially. Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. A good way we can, though, is we can order food to go from restaurants, right? Because they're still open. Order food to go. Keep them going.
Yeah.
Because you don't want your restaurants out of business.
No, I don't.
Right. So it's kind of hard to do at carnivore, but you know.
You just give them almost every restaurant except.
Do you think the Brazilian steakhouses can just bring 19 slices of meat over?
Can we ask them?
Hey, can you do this to go?
Yeah.
I want bomb.
Oh my gosh.
They can Skype. You can Skype it, and they're like, you just have a green card. You're like, I want that. No, next. It takes 45 minutes for you to get your. Yeah, I'll take that.
I think. No, what was I gonna say earlier before you started talking about the to-go thing? Oh no, let's. I think we need to be very, very mindful of our people in the medical field.
Mm-hmm.
right? Let's not overwhelm them because they're important. They have to be at work.
Yep.
And they're the first people who are going to be exposed. They're going to be exposed. So if we can do our part...
Yeah, they're the first line of defense against this stuff. They're kind of like the Men in Black, but against viruses.
Sure. You guys are the Men in Black.
First line of defense.
No, but that's it. Like, that's so important because I know so many doctors and nurses.
Yeah, they're probably all related to you. I know so many nurses and TSA agents. Like, it's so much.
The TSA agents. They're the first people that get knocked over. But really, in all seriousness, sort of.
But seriously, no, but seriously.
I can't.
I got him.
I can't. But
just kidding. No, but seriously.
Stop. But seriously, like the nurses are the ones who have to interact with them.
With you disgusting
closest.
people.
Right, and we want them helping the people who need the help.
They have to interact with the people that ran out of toilet paper 2 weeks ago. Yes, support them. Although I must say that those people are buying houses.
Yeah.
But just be kind to people.
Yes,
support
just
them.
Be kind.
Like Amazon is only like, I don't know, they're running behind.
Yeah.
Everyone's running behind. Just be kind, be courteous. Stay in your friggin' house. Watch your stupid Netflix. Take your drugs.
I know, like, because we had our monthly, at least my monthly essential rewards order. I'm just getting really
One love.
No, I had
miss you, Pop. We miss you, Biggie.
I missed my order. I processed my order earlier this month because I really wanted to get a lot of the cleaning products before they ran out, and they're just taking a long time. But they're busting their butt.
Did you call and berate them?
No, I just sent them a message because I was like, hey, just wanted to see if this was processed. But they're always really nice about their customer service is great, but things are going, they're going like rapid fire as fast as they can. But I think this is the time to be the most patient with a lot of the people who are able to work, right?
Also,
this is their time.
Think about the airline industry, too. Those guys are really getting screwed, right?
Yeah.
So, like, we had to cancel your flight because you have a trip next month to California.
Really looking forward to.
Well, hopefully it gets just rescheduled.
But it's okay.
But, we had to reschedule flights. So, think about the airlines, all the flight attendants, the pilots,
Yeah,
all the ground crew. There's a lot. So hopefully stimulus package will help keep these people that the companies can continue to pay them.
Yeah.
Right? Like, just an example is like our gym membership, right? Mm-hmm. We're not going to be going to the gym for a while until this whole thing's taken care of because we don't want to spread it. But we're 100% going to continue paying our gym membership because it's not fair to the gym owners that all this is going on.
Is happening.
Right? And, some of our friends that are coaches, they're parents that aren't going to come to the rink anymore, but they're still going to pay them. And I think that's what we have to do, or buy gift certificates. There's all kinds of different ways.
Yeah.
And we're
creative.
We're hitting this, I don't want to say collapse. We're hitting this recession with a different mindset because we have social media. So people are able to reach out in a different way. So I'm interested to see how it's going to be.
Yeah.
But just be kind. Just be kind. Help each other.
Yeah. Let us know how we can help you.
Yeah. If you know somebody that needs a job, let us know. Maybe we have a connection.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or if they want to get their real estate license and want to make some money on the side, let me know.
Hey, I might have a connection. I might be able to provide something too. So.
Yeah, Joan's got something good too. If you want to be, if you don't want to sell homes, but you want to, be healthy and do some stuff, reach out to Joan too.
Yeah, do some stuff.
Cool. All right, do some stuff. So next week, episode 21,
hopefully we'll be able to go ahead.
We'll see if we look homeless or not. We're gonna see what
we'll look great. Like. My hair's already.
When this whole thing's done, we're gonna do like pictures side by side from week to week.
It's gonna be like, oh my gosh, that's like when you take pictures of the president. I don't know how.
I'm gonna look like Christian Bale. Like we're like all just like skinny. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next.
Stay safe, everybody.
Stay safe.
Remember.
Wrap it for you. Oh wait, that's not it. That's not the right advice.
Remember, just be kind, be generous, and tell us if you need any.